You know, it disgusts me as a mother knowing that someone touched any of my kids. But to know that someone close to me has done that to my child, you know, it really makes me sick.
At the age of 9, an old family friend of my mom's was sexually molesting me.
She came to my house one day. She pulled up, she say, I got something to tell you. And I say, well, you know, not today, especially if it's gonna ruin my day. She tells me, no, it's not gonna ruin your day, it's gonna ruin your life. And when she says this, okay, I immediately wanna know what's going on.
My mom would go to work. At the time, she was working an overnight shift, and this person would babysit me, and when he would watch me, certain nights, he would sexually assault me.
The way that she tells me the story, it sounds crazy. Most of the stuff she say just don't add up. It falls out of her mouth like nothing happened.
I didn't know that my mom didn't believe me, and after our conversation, I was under the assumption that she did believe what I was saying.
I goes on Facebook one day, I'm just strolling through. So when you go on Facebook, they have these people you should know will pop up on your guide. So the friend of mine pops up on the timeline. So then it shows at the bottom that we have mutual friends. One of the mutual friends was my daughter. If this happened to you, why should he be able to watch you like that if this happened to you?
I'm really upset. You know, I was crying for a little second. I had to come in here and get myself together for this, to be honest. But I'm shocked that, you know, basically that she didn't believe me and she wanted me to come in here and take the lie detector, and I get in there and I'm talking to the lie detector man, and he goes, well, your mom wants to know this question too, so I'm gonna ask you this one after all of ours, and it's, you know, after you turned 18, did you provoke anyone from her past? And
my concern come in is, did she entertain it?
Why is that man asking me after the age of 18, was I provoking anybody from your past? Like I would do that, you know, like I'm lying. It made me feel depressed, sad, traumatized.
She went to the city that we was living in, and I had her to file police reports. But I'm here today to find out if she entertained it from the age of 18 and above.
It's always been that mom-daughter hostility.
It's like she find a way to keep me in this dark place. She does it all the time.
So that's all it's ever been. And sometimes she see my emotions as I'm lying or a weakness, you know?
She never needed or wanted for anything. That's why it hurts me so bad that she couldn't tell me what went on with her, because I wanted to be there to protect her. I went through this as a child. I just want to see my grandbaby. It's almost like she don't want her around me.
Me keeping my daughter away from her, never. Like that's not the case. I'm not keeping nobody away. I'm not trying to stay away. It's just that I'm in my head. I know what I feel, and I know what's going on. And that's it.
It's gonna be even worse if I find out she entertained it. As a mother, it's turned me up.
After the show, I want my mama to be at peace. I want whatever she's looking for her to have it.
I can hear that your mother's quite upset backstage about something, and is she confused about why she's here today, or?
It sounds like she's saying that she didn't tell you guys that she didn't believe me.
Yeah, but seems like she's pretty clear on the tape of, you know, this is kind of a unique situation where we do this story a lot where a young person comes on and says, hey, my parent didn't believe me that I was being abused sexually. But in this case, the parent then turns around and says, hey, I want you to take a lie detector test that you didn't initiate some sexual relationship after you turned 18.
At the age of 9, we lived in Washington Park, Illinois, of a family friend, is what I have to say. sexually assaulted me. Just recently, I talked to my mom about it. I got a call from one of the producers, and here we are. Now, I know they tried to get this friend to come on to the show, and he wouldn't come.
The one that you say sexually assaulted you?
He wouldn't come on to the show. So I guess any person will feel like it's over with if the person, didn't want to come on to the show. But I think that's what a misconstrue of she didn't say that she didn't believe me is coming in right now. Because if he didn't want to come on the show, we're still here for her answers and results. I know she said that something that person said was he would do anything to prove that he didn't touch me, but he didn't want to come onto the show. So maybe that's where that confusion is coming from.
Okay. So this abuse started when you were about 9 years old? And you have vivid memories of this?
Not 100%. I remember that my mom used to work an overnight shift, and it would be when she would work overnight. The first time it happened, came into the doorway of my room, and that was the first time that he had ever performed oral sex on me. And I just want to say for clarification that my mom is a good mom. It's not like she knew anything was going on. She asked me. And when she asked me, it was the morning that the first time he did, oral sex on me. I fell asleep in her bed, and she came in there and asked me why was I in her room. And I guess I don't want to use the word panic. I don't want to use the word fear because I wasn't afraid, but I didn't say anything. I told her no when she asked me.
Did it continue?
Yeah, it was about 2 more times where he actually physically performed oral sex on me that I could vividly remember. Growing up, after this friend, he just kind of stopped. I guess maybe I was growing up. I remember asking myself, why? What am I going to do? Am I going to say something? Should I say something? How am I going to say something to her? And
but
I never
did.
said anything. And for reference, it's been 18 years. I'm 27 now. This was 9. I was 9 years old when this happened. But anywho, growing up, I feel like I was always, after the assault at that home, we moved to another home, I feel like I was always being groomed for the situation, though. I don't know if it was and when I say groomed, I mean, I would be doing stuff like making me some meat in the kitchen or something, and I just look and maybe he's there and he'd make a face at me. Just faces, no physical faces. He do this thing in the living room where he'll scoot all the way his ass on the end of the seat and sit like this. And he like grope himself. But I never, like I said, I never said nothing.
Why? I mean, she must have had a feeling about something if she's asking.
Well, because
you.
I told you that morning I was in her room.
Right.
And she asked me why was I in her bed. That's very abnormal. I'm never in her bedroom. Yeah. I have my own room, and I dress myself.
And so is it just recently that you told your mom exactly what happened to you?
Yes. So just recently, and recently I say probably it hasn't been 6 months, I don't think. I've been going through a lot in life lately, just depression, finances, just dealing with life. And I've been catching myself getting real overwhelmed, and I had my daughter, maybe my daughter's 4 now. So really when I had my daughter was when I really started to beat myself up. I'm feeling like I'm not believed, so I need you to call her and tell her what you did in specific detail. Or I told him that I was gonna go on Facebook and I was gonna tell all of his friends, because my family is very popular where we live at, like at a mass level of popular. So really a Facebook post is enough for like the whole everybody in generations. So I told him that I was gonna make a Facebook post letting everybody know what he did, and that I was gonna be posting his car and the address and the house and all of that on Facebook, because I need him. There's no other way. It's been too many years. There's no proof. There's nothing that nobody can say. There's nothing that I can do. Either you just hear me or you don't. I'm antagonized. That's all I wanted. I didn't want to put all of these people in it. I didn't want none of my other family members to be involved. I wanted this to be a conversation that I had with my mom, and that's it. But he wouldn't do it, so I made the Facebook post, and it almost went viral. And I don't know what I was doing with that, because that ain't do nothing but put a whole lot of people in my business. And here I am with a whole lot of more people.
So let me ask you this. I know this is the most uncomfortable environment talking about this, but what do you hope happens today?
I want my mom to be healed. I want her to be healed, and I want her to get the answers that she needs for her to maneuver through life.
But will this help you?
I felt like,
you know, being here, how does this help you?
I need it. I need her to get her answers. I need her to believe me. And I also need her to know that I would not entertain nobody and no man. That's what I want her to know.
I never said I believed you. I never said I didn't believe you, baby. I never said that. I never we came on this show, Mama, these people telling you all this stuff. I never said I didn't believe you. I never,
ever said I didn't believe you. I know it happened. My aggravation has nothing to do with none of this. Hi, Steve. You so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Dang. The TV does nothing for you. Where your wife at? She used to move different. She used to want to be with him all the time. She used to want to go with him all the time. He used to buy her things.
But we're talking about when she was 9 years old.
Oh, when she was 9, did I believe her?
Yeah.
She never told me.
Right.
I came to her.
Right.
I say.
But that's what I don't mean to interrupt you. But at 9, she said that this man comes in, performs a sexual act on her.
She never told me.
No, I know. I'm saying.
Oh.
But you found her in your bed, right?
No.
Oh, she said that.
Remember you came and got me out you said I was sleeping in your bed. Why was I sleeping in your bed?
I've never.
Okay, so you don't remember that. Okay.
No.
So you're saying you had no inclination at all that this happened.
No.
We broke her test down into 2 parts as of what happened to her as a child and then after turning 18 years old. First part, since the age of 9, as a child, did your mother's friend engage in physical sexual acts and contact with you? She answered yes. Did your mother's friend perform oral sex on you as a minor child at the age of 9 only? She answered yes. The results came back the same to each of those questions, and it came back that Jasmine told the truth. We asked her, since becoming an adult and turning the age of 18, have you ever initiated any physical sexual acts or contact with your mother's friend anywhere? She answered no. Since becoming an adult and turning the age of 18, have you ever engaged in any physical sexual act or contact with your mother's friend? She answered no. The results came back the same to each of those 2 questions, and it came back that Jasmine told the truth. And I'm glad that this helps. You know you got to get her help.
Oh,
because I've never seen somebody so damaged and feeling like she's feeling and holding this in for so long has just must eaten her way inside.
Yes.
So,
I just found out about it this year.
Yeah. So I hope that you can get her help, so you guys can go move forward in your relationship, and it gets much better from here. Thanks for being on the show. Click here to watch more Wilkos. Click here to subscribe and get a front row seat for all the action. Can you relate to this story? Go to www.stevewilkos.com to get my help.